Nearly 2 months after a Louisville teenager is hurt in a school shooting, the Jefferson County Public School System is still reviewing its safety procedures.
The very same decisions another Kentucky school system wrestled with nearly 2 decades ago. Heath High School was one of the first school shootings in the country. WLKY's Lauren Adams spent 6 years living in that community, and tonight she takes us back there revisiting the tragedy that prompted nationwide changes.
It was the Monday after Thanksgiving. You know, it was just a normal, regular school day.
Shots fired at Heath High School inside the lobby, got subjects down.
I felt my entire body go numb.
All right, they're on the way, okay?
Please hurry.
Okay, ma'am. We got five down at this time.
A rapid succession of gunfire.
Every time the gun goes off, someone's falling.
12 deadly seconds before Principal Bill Bond reaches 14-year-old Michael Carr Neal.
And there was a break in the rhythm of the gunfire. And so I thought he's changing clips. You've got to get the gun before he changes clips. You've just got to get the gun.
There are no words as Carr Neal hands over the gun. Sophomore Missy Jenkins is hit. So are 7 others, including the girl lying next to her.
I remember hearing my algebra teacher saying over and over again, she's not going to make it.
17-year-old Jessica James will die in surgery. 14-year-old freshman Nicole Hadley is also a victim. Casey Steger, a sophomore, a member of the band, is rushed to the hospital. Sabrina Steger has just finished her shift there and learns the news when she makes it home.
The answer machine is beeping, and it was my son saying, come to Lourdes Hospital immediately. And I knew then.
Carr Neal makes a full confession, no explanation, just an admission.
I put in the clip and turned off the safety and cocked it, and then just started firing.
There is forgiveness and unprecedented grief. 3 funerals. Where students sign coffins instead of yearbooks.
Melissa Joyce Jenkins.
And while there are triumphs along the way, there are voids that can never be filled. What happened here is one of the first high school shootings in U.S. history. How and when to move forward falls on Principal Bill Bond. He chooses to bring students back the very next day.
And if we had closed this school, it would have been for only one reason, fear. And it would have put the shooter in charge.
But it will be months until Missy Jenkins, unable to walk, returns.
Here it was 5 months after it happened, and everyone else had kind of gotten through the stages that I was just beginning, going back to school for the first time, going back to the lobby where it happened.
Things she notices are different. In the wake of tragedy, local law enforcement has publicly debated school safety.
We can put up all the fences in the world, all the metal detectors, and 20 policemen in this place will do, and we can still have an incident tomorrow.
In the end, officers and teachers come together, setting a precedent that other schools across the country will soon follow. The school is secured with just 2 points of entry. There are teachers at each of those entrances checking backpacks, and there's name tags for visitors. Later, some of the country's first school resource officers.
I felt like Heath was doing a lot, as much as they could, to make us safe after it happened.
But for Sabrina Steger, who has lost her daughter, the changes come too late.
I couldn't protect her. I couldn't be there with her. And it still hurts as much as it did that day.
Casey's name is one of 3 that appear on this memorial. It's meant to be a place of reflection and remembrance, but for Principal Bill Bond, it's a difficult reminder.
I just think about it took 12 seconds to get that gun. If it had only taken 8, the names, it wouldn't have been on there.
In just a matter of weeks, it will be 17 years since the Heath High School shooting. Now, tomorrow I'll have more with the people that lived that tragedy, how they've coped, and how they've honored the lives lost. That's coming up tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I'm Lauren Adams, WLKY News.